Hello everyone, Chef Lorious here, back in the Love Lab. Got some good stuff cooking today. So it's cold, it's still winter time, and nothing, in my opinion, is better than a nice warm bowl of soup in the winter. So today we're going to make corn chowder. Corn chowder is one of my favorite soups. I love it. I like thick, hearty soups. So if you like thin, brothy soups, you will want to make some changes to this because we eat soup around here like a meal. So this is going to be full of ingredients, and when you see the ingredients list is below, you may have already seen it, but when I show you the actual ones, you might think, what in the world? But that's just how we roll over here, and it's good. So, ready, set, let's go. Corn chowder time. Okay, so let's get started with our ingredients. All right. First of all, we have chicken broth, heavy whipping cream, of course we've got corn, cubed potatoes, diced onions, cut up jalapenos, bacon, cilantro, little salt just in case, some flour, and a little nutmeg and some cayenne. So those are all of your basic ingredients, and now it's time to start cooking. So the first thing you're going to do is start cooking your bacon. I've got about a pound of bacon here. I just got it out the package and cut it up. You want to put that into your skillet. Now I firmly believe in cooking everything in the pot together. That way they can all stay friendly with each other. You know, you want all your flavors to be friends. Everybody gets along. Everything's better when we get along, so including food. So this is the bacon. We're going to put it in here and just let it start cooking. See that all nice and hot and ready to go, and just let that cook up. Now, a variation that you can do while that bacon is cooking, you know, you can also put chorizo sausage in this soup. I know it sounds a little odd, but trust me, you can put some chorizo sausage into your corn chowder as well. And I've also heard you can put some seafood options in corn chowder too. This is a basic soup, and so what I want you to walk away with is knowing you can do really anything you want with this, but we love bacon. So we're putting bacon in. And I'll tell you what, I have a pound of bacon in here today, but if you come back tomorrow, it might have 2 pounds of bacon. All right, let's give this bacon a second to finish sizzling up. Okay, so this bacon has cooked up. Confession, I added some more bacon. I told you I love bacon, don't judge me. First thing I'm gonna do is take a little bit of it out and put it in this reserve cup, because when you serve up the soup, it's nice to put a little bacon on the top as kind of a garnish. It looks pretty. And you know, bacon makes everything better. Everything. You can't name a dish that's not better with bacon. I mean, I'm trying to think about it, but I'm not gonna spend too much brain power on it because I love bacon. Okay, so that's gonna be our garnish for the side. We'll save a little bit. And then I'm just gonna get rid of a little bit of the extra bacon grease in here. Not too much, you know. Some people like to take out all the grease and drain it and blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, if you're gonna make a nice roux, and kind of the way I like to cook my soups and stuff, I need this grease. This grease is your friend. It's just gonna give you good flavor, and you're not just gonna be eating grease, you know. It's gonna get soaked up. So what I'm gonna do is let out some of it. I'm gonna take our onions here. This is about 2 onions cut up. Okay, so cut up 2 onions. And then I'm gonna add the jalapenos as well. This is about 5 jalapenos or so, 5 or 6. The reason I say or so is when you cook jalapenos, you're thinking, oh my God, this is spicy soup. Not true, not true. But tell you what makes jalapenos and things spicy. It's the seeds. So when you get some jalapenos, you cut the top off and then take out the stem and the seeds in the middle, and they're not hot. All of a sudden, you've just got a good flavor. So come take a look at this. Look at that. That's the bacon along with the onions and the jalapenos. And you just want to kind of let that keep going. See why I left the bacon grease in there? Because you want that to cook in there. And you thought it was going to be this greasy soup. Not so. Not so. Oh, this is so good. It smells really good too. Something about bacon and onions. The only thing that's better with bacon and onions is garlic. And you could actually put some garlic in this soup, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try it sometime. I think it's good with just this way. Just the jalapenos. Another thing you can do on this soup if your store has it, is you can use poblano peppers. Poblano peppers are a little bit bigger, so you know jalapenos are kind of like this size. Poblanos are a little about like that. They have a really good hearty taste too. I think poblanos are heartier tasting than jalapenos. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but if you try one, hopefully you'll understand what I mean. But for this soup, either one is fine. But try it sometime with the poblanos and see how you like it. They're hard to find. One of my grocery stores tends to have them, but, and I say one of because I've got like 5 or 6 grocery stores within 10 miles. But anyway, that's not the point. We're not talking about grocery stores. But the point is, those are sometimes harder to find. Jalapenos, however, are not. Okay, so you see how this is cooking up nicely? We're gonna give this a couple of minutes so that these onions can get transparent just a little bit and cook down some. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so our onions and jalapenos look really good. Come on over, let's take a look. Oh yes. Now what we're gonna do, this is when you wanna thicken your soup, is at this point. This is 1 cup of flour. So you wanna add 1 cup of flour, and you're just gonna stir that in. You're effectively making a roux, but you're stirring it up. This is how thick you're gonna get your soup. Now when you finish it, if you want it thicker, you can always add more flour later, but this is where you wanna put it in. See, it cooks right nice into that oil. Then you're gonna add some chicken broth. You wanna do about 3 cups of chicken broth. So I've just got a handy dandy box here. I'm just gonna start pouring it in. Another thing you can do with this when you're making soups is you can use the Better Than Bouillon. It's like a liquid, and I'm sorry, not a liquid, it's like a paste. And when you put it in, mix it with water, it, oh, that looks good. Okay, hold on. And I said 3 cups of chicken broth. I mean this whole thing, which is, what is it? Actually 6 cups. The whole thing, I do a little bit at a time. I start with the first 3, which is about half of this, and then you add more. You see, now it looks kind of weird at this stage in the game. Trust me, it's gonna be good. Right now what we're doing is just gonna add that chicken broth in there. There you go. And the thing with making soups is you just gotta give yourself some patience and some time, because sometimes you want the soup to be thicker than it starts off. So it might look at first like, oh, that's so much liquid, blah, blah, blah. But we want this whole pot to be full when we're done. So since we want the whole pot to be finished and be full of soup, we're gonna need a lot of liquid. Okay, so now we're gonna add the potatoes into this boiling broth. I've got about 6 potatoes cut up here. I use red potatoes in this. You can use white potatoes, yellow, you can use any potatoes, to be honest, gold or whatever, but I like red. I just like the flavor of red potatoes. So you take them and you want to cut them up. Now this is about 6 potatoes here, but I'm just adding them a little at a time to see how thick and how many I need actually in my soup. Sometimes it's nice to have a little extra. Yeah, see, they're gonna cook down. So I'm gonna finish adding these potatoes, and we're gonna bring this to a boil, and then we're going to add our corn. Okay, so these potatoes have cooked in here for about 10 minutes. Come over, I want you to see how you want them done. You need to give them about 10 minutes to boil, and you wanna be able to stick a fork through them. See, as they continue to cook, as the soup continues to cook, they'll get even softer. So that's just how you want it, okay? Next, you're gonna add our corn. This is about 5 cups of corn. You're thinking, I know, oh my goodness, Lori, that is so much. Yes, it is, and that's why this soup is so good, and it will eat like a meal. So we're gonna, now that our corn is in there and mixing in, we're going to add some cream. This is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I know, too much, Lori. Not. You're gonna add that cream in there. Start with about, I started with a cup. Start with a cup and then just add as you stir. If you look at it and it looks like you like it, you can stop. I would recommend the full 2 cups because I like cream in my soup. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more in there. And then we're gonna add some cilantro. We're gonna put about a tablespoon of cilantro in here, which is always good. A little nutmeg. This is a really good secret to chowders and cream-based soups. A little nutmeg. You don't need a ton, just sprinkle it in like that. And a little cayenne pepper. Not a lot, it's not going to be hot. It just gives it a little flavor burst, you know? It's really good. Okay, so you're gonna cook this, stir this up some more, and just let this come to a nice boil, and just let it simmer and let all those flavors just become friends. Everybody's in here becoming friends. Hello. These are all our little soup friends in here, and we're just gonna let them boil and simmer together and thicken up and just, oh, delicious. Almost done. Okay, so I added the rest of the corn in there and I've let it really just simmer together. You wanna let it simmer for probably 20-30 minutes if you can. I also added some more salt to it. I put about 2 teaspoons of salt in there, and I added a little more nutmeg and cayenne. Those things are to taste. Just put as much as you like in there. Now we're ready to serve our soup up. I want you to come take a look at how this looks so you can see why all those ingredients were good. You see this? That's what your corn chowder looks like. That's good soup right there. So we're gonna serve up a bowl of this. Get my ladle and my bowl out here. I like to go to the bottom and come up with a nice full bowl, full ladle of soup. Oh, it looks so good. It smells good too. Ooh, delicious. And then we're gonna put a little cheese on it and a little bacon to garnish. There it is. Okay, the moment of truth. All I need now is some snow so we can be stuck in the house for a few days to eat this soup. This is delicious. Please try it. Like and subscribe. Ask me any questions you want. If anything wasn't clear, I'll be happy to clarify it. cheflorious@gmail.com or Facebook, or leave me a comment here. Have a great day and happy cooking.